Holy shit. Are we live? We're live. My dude. Oh, the chat's already popping off. Hell yeah, guys. What is up? How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Welcome to a slightly different location in my crib. Oh yeah, Gordon's back there and I'm wrecking him. Oh shit, there's fluff everywhere. Hell yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button. Probably you already did. What is up, guys? Spoilers, Pepper didn't buy anything at DCON. What a letdown. So what brings you here? Can't wait for the dank toys. I'm here for the giveaway. There is no giveaway. If someone told you there was, they lied to you. I'm not used to... This is a good look, hey? I'm not used to chilling on a couch while streaming. This is a new experience for me. We are, in fact, in the toy room. Behind me is where the shelf used to be in my bedroom, and now my desk is over that way. But, yeah, I'm slowly but surely going to fill this back wall space with carded toys is kind of the plan. But hell yeah, I survived. I made it back to Canada. Good times. I see a goblin. I'm out. Yeah, this is if you're unfamiliar with Gordon is a wonderful vinyl piece from Nate the Milkman. This is Gordon. He's really hard to photograph, this one, due to the fact that he is nice wall. Due to the fact that he's glow in the dark, and like he doesn't have any rub, no paint apps. He's just a blank. All of his nuance, all of his little bumps and ridges don't really show up all that well on camera, but I do love him nonetheless. Part of me wants to paint him, but also I feel weird painting him. Maybe not if I just bought him, but he was a gift, so I feel weird about tarnishing a gift like that. Well, tarnishing is the wrong word, but like, oh yeah, and then he can go into throwing the spear mode. Paint him, paint his eyes. Yeah, maybe I should just throw a little paint on him or a little rub. That'd be alright, wouldn't it, Gordon? I don't know why I decided to put him on the couch. He was just... I was dicking around with him earlier today, so he was hanging out. This lighting isn't the best. I'm casting quite the shadow. But it doesn't matter. We're here to hang out. We're here to talk about toys. We're here to go through all of my DesignerCon haul. All of my toys that I picked up while I was at DCON. And I can do some Q&A as well if you guys have any questions about DesignerCon, my experience there. If you guys listened to the podcast, this is a weird angle. If you guys listened to the podcast, then I think I covered most things, but if you have any more questions, toss them in a bucket of black paint, perhaps. Perhaps that's what I should do. Hell yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for chilling with me on the couch. You have no idea how awesome the ghetto rig in front of me is for like making this work. Bearded, what's up? Hello to you too, my sweet friend. Yeah, so I've got like my light box is on the floor with a second webcam pointed at it, so we can put toys on Mr. Turntable and have him do a spin, so we can have like a toy cam going. And then that little camera is on a cardboard box. And then my microphone, because I packed it up to travel because I thought I might use it. My microphone is not back on its stand yet, so it's on top of a fucking cardboard box, like those, what are they called? The like noodle crates where they send you instant ramen. So it's like one of those, but it's filled with Lego and it's up on its side. It's like a shoebox essentially. And then there's just a pile of toys to pull out on this side, a pile of toys to pull out on this side. And it's just like, it's a fucking mess, but it looks really clean with this camera pointing at me, so it doesn't even matter. So we doing DCON 2019. For me, it's too soon to tell. No real head means I'm going straight for Gokudo. Yeah, if Gokudo shows up, I mean, his buddy Mori isn't going to be there, so who knows? I have no idea who will be there and who won't, so don't read too much into that. I don't have any insider knowledge. But I feel like I'm inclined to do 5 points. 5 points feels like less intimidating. Cheers, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to all my American fans. I appreciate you and your traditions. I hope you had a good one and ate too much food. 5 points is more likely for me, maybe, than DCON, or maybe both, or maybe neither. Maybe I'm saving to go to Japan. That would be cool too. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, that is the thing you definitely should do. Yeah, if you're new, don't feel like a stranger. Pop in that chat, say hello, tell me what you collect. I love talking about toys. It's not a big deal. We're just hanging on the couch in the toy room talking about toys. Not a big fucking deal. Yeah, I survived my flight home. I almost got Post Maloned. I don't know if we talked about that on the podcast, but my flight got delayed. We couldn't land in Seattle because there was like heavy fog, and so we were in a holding pattern, and then we ran out of fuel, and the pilot comes on and he's like, our main fuel tank has just run out, so we're gonna land in Yakima. And I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I almost got Post Maloned. I almost died on my way home, but we did land in Yakima. We did refuel, and when Seattle opened up, I was able to get my next flight, which was late, but because I was late and they were late, it was fine. It was just not a big deal. I collect souls, Pepper. That's a really dark pastime. I love it. Oh, Justin's here. What's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Happy Thanksgiving. Boop. 5 points would be incredible, but woof, that airfare and hoteling. Yeah, flying to New York isn't cheap. It isn't easy. Flying into where did I fly into? The shitty one. I flew out of a shitty one too. I flew out of Newark in New Jersey, which was whatever. And I flew into, I can't remember what airport it was. It wasn't JFK, but it's just fucking hard to get around. I wish I had planned it better. I like, after being in like cities with good transit, being in cities with bad transit is just really hard to deal with. New York's not too bad, but like LA, I would have been fucked if I wasn't hanging with my friends. I collect dust mostly. Thanks, I've had a bit to drink. I mean, it's the season, right? It's American Thanksgiving, so congratulations to you guys for being thankful. And hell yeah, this is great. Awesome. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody, oh yeah, LaGuardia, that is the shitty one I flew into. LaGuardia looked like a Greyhound station that is haunted by the souls of a dead hockey team. It is just the weirdest fucking place. And it did feel haunted. It didn't feel clean. And why on earth does anyone put carpets anywhere? Is what I want to know. Tony, Derek sounds like a new name. What's up, Derek? Unless you just have a different internet name somewhere else and I'm confused. Because that happens a lot where I'm like, who are you? And it's like, we've talked 1 million times, but I have different names for every account for everything. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hitting like. Thanks for hitting subscribe. What are we at for subscribers? I don't have it up on the screen. I was at like 777 earlier, and then I lost like 2, and I was like, fuck, I'm no longer in the Danzig category. I'm really trying to make that Danzig joke work, but nobody's really feeling it. Look at this Canadian making hockey references. It was a Ghost reference. It's better to fly into Newark. Yeah, Newark wasn't that bad. Where's the ashtray? No shit. Oh no. I will forever be known as the guy who said, fun fact, the ashtray's over there. Oh shit. As long as you're not the guy who I had an interaction with, because we need to have a real conversation if you are. Because you were a salty boy. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. What up, Ashtray? Oh no, I don't want to be Ashtray. Ashtray sounds like a guy who uses a toaster to make his hot dogs. Like, Ashtray just sounds like, I don't want to be Ashtray. I'd rather be known as Fun Fact. That's better. But I guess you don't get to pick your nickname. Except Pepper. That's my internet name. People at DCON shouted at me, and that was a really great experience. That was a really lovely experience to be recognized. No, I don't smoke. Me neither. Just when I'm on vacation, apparently, I was powering down menthol cigarettes because they don't exist in Canada, but in the States they do. So I went for it. How how many girls or dudes have you banged on that love seat? A fun fact, the answer is 0, but great question. Thank you. This was a gift. This is a new addition to the home. Not that I shouted pepper. Hell yeah, boy. Yeah, no, not that I've ever had guests. I don't take guests. Why did I hug this stranger? Bearded, what's his real name? Peter Wilkinson? Wasn't that my fake getting doxxed name? Alright, guys. I don't want to drag this on for too long. Sam was right at the beginning. I didn't actually buy toys at DCON. This is just clickbait. No, I got plenty of stuff to show you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for putting your Thanksgiving obligations on hold. Or maybe those are over because you're in a different time zone and it's stupid o'clock in the evening and you're like, whatever. That's cool too. But I will set up my lights here and then we can talk some toys. That would be all right. Get those lights going, and let's see if this camera works. Bam! Yeah, boy! I did a little bit of work today. So yeah, this is the DesignerCon haul stream. If at any point you have questions about DesignerCon and how that works, or questions about the toys themselves, I will do my best to answer those questions and tell you all about them. Darcy, what's up? I have some treats for you. We're starting things off right with we've got Zubato giving Death Tracker a shoulder rub as per the last toy haul stream when I did my Japan toy haul stream. Zubato's doing his back thing. Yeah. No Thanksgiving here. You're just hanging. To those who do Merry Thanksgiving, guys. I don't think Merry Thanksgiving is the right phrase, but I love it. I love that Lotus Temple colorway. Sexy Consequences. Excellent screen name, and I feel like we've talked about that before. I guess it's not showing up particular. Actually, it's showing up pretty well on the camera. It's not too bad. But yeah, I'll get the rotation going on Mr. Turntable so you can see it spin. I didn't get, so this piece here, this guy is a Bandai piece. Oh, my finger's wet and that looks troublesome coming in there on the side. That is a Bandai piece. This is a Cord Viper piece, and he did the Death Tracker. That's Death Tracker, and then this one, Machine Cider. So he did a taller one. He did a Machine Cider as well in a similar colorway. So it was the sort of pastel teal-y pinks, like Eastery sort of colors. I missed the big boy. I didn't get a chance to grab him. I was sort of on the fence. I had an opportunity. I wasn't sure if I should go for it. And I kind of made a hard, fast rule. I'm like, I will only do small Cord Viper pieces because I can't get trapped into collecting all of the scales or I'll just be fucked. Like, as a toy collector, you have to try and limit yourself to not, overdoing it, not collecting every single line you see and every scale you see. Although that's really hard to do when you just sort of respect the artist's work and you just want it all. So I was like, no, I will show a tiny bit of restraint and I will not get the big boy. And then when he was gone, like, I instantly regretted it. Because I was standing there, he was there, and then I was like, I hesitated and now I don't own it, but that's okay. I do have the Death Tracker, and he's fucking excellent. If you've never seen the Death Tracker, this is a really neat colorway for you to be introduced to the character with. He's great. He's awesome. I do really enjoy the design. I love that Cord Viper pieces are this weird blend of like Mad Max and G.I. Joe, all through the lens of a motorcycle gang member turned Sofubi maker. Like, it's really a beautiful, like, cataclysm of just so many interests and influences, and I like that they're Western influences through the lens of a Japanese man. I think that makes for a really unique character because, I don't know, the character in itself isn't wholly uniquely American in style, although his inspiration definitely is. I don't know, it's brilliant. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I wanted to get the bigger one, but I needed for Gaitsu. Yeah. Or sorry, Gaitsu. God damn it, it's Gaitsu. I always say Gaitsu and I embarrass myself. I want a Cord Viper, but I'm a week late on this feeling. Yeah, so Cord Viper does have an online store, I think. He does have a website where he posts his characters. And I did talk to Hide, and I think they're intending, I think the next lotto they want to do is going to be a Cord Viper lotto. So for those of you who are interested in Cord Viper, keep an eye out for that. There is a potential to get a Cord Viper piece maybe in the near future if you're a lucky boy. I keep trying to have restraint when it comes to toys, but I've lost count too many times. I've fallen off. Totally, man. Totally. Like, you know, you have moments where you're rock solid, you're strong, and you're like, I will not succumb to my base need to purchase everything I see. And then other times you're like, fuck it, I guess I have some hero mashers now. That's just life, I guess. His toys are supposed to be bootleg scale. Yeah, I'm not entirely certain. Maybe you know something that I don't. So maybe I'll pull Zubato out of the ring. I'll put him off to the side. We'll leave. Apparently, I'll just throw him across the fucking room. Lucky 7/7s on them subs. Yeah, keep it going, guys. Would be a death tracker. There we go. Yeah, next lotto is death tracker. Lucky 7s on them subs. Yes, keep it coming. Also, thank you to anyone new who is subscribed after seeing the DesignerCon Quickie or the video about the museum. Those maybe aren't the most accurate representations of what I do as a video maker. Maybe they are. The DCON Quickie, it's like, it is just B-roll footage with music, but then like the pizza weirdness at the end where there's just footage of Nikki eating a slice and then Jesse DeCessio doing a flip. I feel like that is very much me. Like, if that video didn't have those elements, I feel like that video wouldn't feel like one of mine. But anyways, enough about me, more about Cord Viper. So here is the next Cord Viper piece. These are in no particular order. I can't remember on which days I bought them or in which order I purchased them. Maybe I will switch back to this cam here. So this is the next Cord Viper piece. Another death tracker. There we go. It's stamped on the foot. And then this one you will notice has the Battle Cat Lion-esque armor on the shoulder, and the gloves are different from the one that's currently spinning down there. So this one is cast in black, and it has teal spray for the armor and then pink on the goggles. It's super clean. The paint apps are excellent, and he needs to go next to his buddy on here and go for a spin, and you guys can take a look at that while I find the next Cord Viper piece. I don't know, we're starting strong with some Viper, and then we'll pivot, we will shift, and we will talk about something else. But for now, we're doing Cord Viper. How much were those? Do they move a lot? They were $50 each. Who is the Cord Viper? So a little context for Cord Viper. He has been doing Sofubi longer than any of the real head guys. He's been doing it longer than Mori. He's been doing it longer than Gokudo, longer than Skull Toys. He's an OG and he's a boss, and he is Mori from Real Head. He's his buddy, and they all ride motorcycles together and are just great and interesting men. So he's got a good bud. Yes. So these those guys who are spinning right now. Back to the question at hand. Also, correct me if you know better than I do on any of the information I'm spreading. It is all through the lens of using Google Translate and having very basic conversations with these guys. So you tell me. But yeah, these guys who are spinning, they're $50 a piece. And then the smaller ones, this guy here, they are, I think he was selling them for 40. So they're a little bit cheaper and they're a little bit smaller. And this one here, is his name stamped on him? It is not. So I can't recall the name of this guy. I do apologize. So this is the sort of like cultist. Also, Pepper is dating him. Yeah, Cord Viper and I are BF and BF. We are an item. So this guy here is the sort of cultist design with the metal gauntlets and the hood. He's fucking great. What can I say? He's excellent. Pop that down there, and we will add more characters to the spinny thing. So we've got the cultist there. Zavel, thank you. How did you speak with Cord Viper? Does he know how to speak English? Very, very... You go, Pepper, you go, thank you. How did I speak with him? Again, through using Google Translate, and the hood is a little harsh. I mean, that's all perspective. It's when I look at that, I see Cthulhu. I choke on my... I bite my tongue. No, when I see that hood, I don't go to dark places. I think more of like cultist and Cthulhu and yeah, I don't know. I know what you're saying. I don't get a KKK vibe from it, but also, I mean it's I wouldn't deny it. I guess the more you look at it, the more it's there. So yeah, how did I speak with him? Through Google Translate and through very basic words and through a lot of gesturing and and cigarettes. Yeah, totally. Cool. We are gonna remain strong, and Sexy Consequences, you are gonna have to help me again with the names of characters, because I am also forgetting this guy's name. Bam! I'll pull him up on here. So I already have a piece. I already have this design. This one is in a clear. We've got a bit of goldish green and then green highlights, red for the eyes. Just an amazing piece. So much fun. I love the clear. I love the paint apps. And one language is universal. Body language. Yeah, we're dating now. So there we go. Kamari, you are amazing. You are a godsend right now. Thank you. So I do have this design. I got a purple one with silver paint apps while I was in Japan. That was when I first met Cord Viper. Again, we were smoking darts in the alley. I did a real head lotto and drew the second to worst number I could have. And they were selling Cord Viper pieces. And I was able to grab a purple one with silver paint apps. And while I was at DCON, I got this clear one with some teal. So I'm going to add him to the rotator and then pull up another, god damn it, another Cord Viper piece. It just will not stop. So this one is in contrast to the one I got in Japan. So this one is he's stiff. He is a little more blue and he has gold paint apps. So he's sort of like, I guess, similar-ish to the one I already had, and they will look excellent together on the shelf. Almost, I should probably grab the other one, actually, and show you guys. See, I thought I knew where I put it. Oh, it's over here on the shelf. Watch, I'm going to eat my words, and they're both blue, and I'm just fucking colorblind. No, okay. So the mid-sized Cord Viper pieces are super attractive to me now. Yeah, they're great. So yeah, here is the one I got in Japan, who is purple with silver, and then this is the blue with gold, and they look excellent next to each other. The thing that's a little bit weird about the scale with these guys, so the cultist feels a little bit shorter. Just a hair shorter. They're almost in scale. A little bit shorter. And then the Death Tracker actually is a head taller. So they're almost a sliding scale. So none of them are entirely in scale with one another, which might be irksome and strange to some collectors who need that sort of congruency, consistency. I don't know English anymore, but yeah, so that might be weird for some people on the shelf. I don't particularly care, but yeah, it's just something to be noted. Yeah, let's give back the spinny view of all the dudes. And because the Cord Viper train refuses to stop, we have two more death trackers. So here they are. Yo, Pep. I missed the prices on the tall guy death tracker. There was no death tracker for the tall guy. There was the machine cider. That was the design that they had, or that Cord Viper brought, and they were $70. And I will be showing you one of those shortly. So thanks for tuning in. Also, thanks for letting me know your alternate name so I can put a name to the face. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for hitting the like button. Sorry, I have to do my plugs that I have to do. So bam, these are the other two I picked up. So I'll start with the pink one here. We've got a clear pink with perp paint apps. And again, I can't say enough nice things about the Cord Viper design. I mean, I did end up leaving the convention with more Cord Viper pieces than anything else. But this one just popped so hard that I had to grab him. And honestly, there's others that were there that I kind of regret not grabbing. But I guess the real question is, how much Visa debt do I particularly want to be in? The answer is all of it, I guess. So yeah, the pink guy is looking good. Oh, man, I'm elated. I'm thrilled that I have these in my collection. So we'll put him down on the thing. And we'll switch views. Bam, there he is next to all his buddies on the spinny boy on Mr. Turntable. And then the final small Cord Viper piece that I grabbed, who am I getting? All of these are awesome, is the clear one here. So this clear one has blue paint tabs with a couple gold highlights for rivets and buckles. And inside there is like sparkly, I think it's sparkly, there's pipe cleaner that sort of give him almost a skeleton or like a vascular system or a lymph node system. So he looks like he's got a bit of like weird guts to him in a way. And he is great. Oh my god. Again, like, all I'm gonna do is say how much I love these toys. Like, this is why I went. I went specifically to get these things. Well, you know what? It's interesting. My Cord Viper awakening, I feel like, was a part of like, it wasn't premeditated. Like, I was gonna grab a couple Cord Viper pieces, no matter what. I was gonna grab a few. I had intended on doing that. I didn't intend on leaving with almost everything he brought. That was sort of like a thing that just sort of happened. But I did have this sort of moment where I was like, you know what? Like, there's like, I have so much appreciation for his talent and ability. I have so much appreciation for his choice of molds, not molds, colors that he's molded, as well as the paint apps that go with. Like, I just really, really felt it. I was feeling the vibe. I was living in that moment. And Cord Viper and I we were being buddies, and we were hacking darts together and having terrible Google Translate conversations. And that was powerful for me because, like, I did meet him while I was in Japan, and he was very kind when I was in Japan. But I think, like, seeing him again, like, I don't know, it reminded me of being in that space, being in that place, having that feeling, buying his toy. And it reminded me of how good it felt to go into Maury's shop, come out with a Cord Viper piece, and go in the alley and be like, I got this toy and I'm excited. And to have him, like, just be so cool about it, like, I don't know, he's just such a rad dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to shut up now about that, and then we can talk about the final Cord Viper piece. But I do love this spinning deal. So I'll pull this guy out because I didn't actually buy him at DesignerCon. He was one He was one I already had. And bam, we have the whole squad rotating. There's one last piece to show you guys, but I might let that rotate. Dude, you love him. I don't know. Maybe I do. Yeah, I'll let that rotate for a bit and you guys can admire them. Do you have any questions about the specific toys that are spinning around there that I could answer, or should we just keep moving along? We're half hour in, and we've only covered Cord Viper. I guess, no, we've covered a lot. We're making good progress. This is good. Oh, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for listening to me ramble about Cord Viper. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you so much, guys. This is great. I'm glad that even though it's Thanksgiving for a lot of you, you decided to take the time to chill with your old pepper cheese on the couch. I really do appreciate that. How can I grab one? So the easiest way to get any of the Sofubi from any of the K-Bug guys is in person. So did you buy the big Cobra one? No, I did not. I feel like if I was familiar with Cobra, I would have gone for it, but I wasn't familiar with the source material, so it didn't really jump out at me. So how can you grab one? Cord Viper does have a website. I am not sure what the deal is. It might just be a place for him to like catalog his stuff. Welcome to the Cord chat. Yeah, totally. So it might just be a place for him to like keep track of his things. The easiest way to buy from him is in person. So at a convention of some kind, or at Maury's shop if he's going with Maury to put toys on the shelf. That's sort of the most realistic way, and the way you're going to get the best price, because you're just going to pay what it's worth to the man himself. Some of the cultist ones, some of those designs, those are available on Vicious Fun's website, so you could check that out. Just looking on his website and everything's sold out. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to use his website to actually sell toys, or if it's just going to be lottos. It's pretty out of date. Okay, yeah, so it's maybe not the best spot. I mean, yeah, he doesn't really have a store, so seeing him in person or buying them secondhand. And luckily with most Cord Viper stuff, it doesn't get scalped heavily, because there isn't that sort of hype around it the way there is with Punk Drunkers and Gokudo and Reelhead. People are sleeping on Cord Viper a little bit. So online, you're not going to pay the worst prices for them. You can find decent prices on eBay. You can find decent prices again on Vicious Fun. He has a couple of the cultist design, I remember the last time I looked, and they're not going to be scalped too heavily. And Bearded, yeah, maybe sliding into his DMs on Instagram. I know his English isn't the best, so it might be good to like use Google Translate, type whatever you're going to say in English, and then type the translated version or something, and just ask like, I want to buy a toy, and maybe he'll be able to facilitate that. And then the other option is lottos. So I think the next lottery on Instagram is going to be Cord Viper. That is the rumor. That is probably the truth. So yeah, it's not the most accessible toy, but then also I was talking a bit about that on the Discord actually. The fact that these toys aren't super accessible, it kind of makes them more special when you do get them. Like, the actual act of purchasing one in person feels different than checking out at Toys R Us. Sorry for my American friends, God rest Toys R Us's soul, but for my Canadians, you'll understand because we still have it. He might ignore you if you do that. That is true. He might do that as well. But yeah, there's something very special about that moment of buying something. It feels more impactful. It feels more powerful. I would not slide into DMs. Okay, yeah, that's bad advice. I take it all back. Everybody's telling me no. It's not easy, but the fact that it isn't easy and the fact that it is a struggle makes it more powerful, because anyone can walk into a store and buy a Marvel Legend. Anyone can go online and buy a Marvel Legend, but it isn't that easy when it comes to these things. Like a Funko Chase. God damn it. No, I never said that. Do not quote me on that. So this is sorry, that's sort of a non-answer for your question about how to buy them. It's like, hey, it's really hard, which isn't particularly helpful. Maybe it is. Maybe it's eye-opening. Maybe it's giving you something to think about. But if we pop out this camera here, bam, they look so fresh. Yeah, I'm very pleased with them. So this was not from DCON. This was a lottery piece. This was my first big Cord Viper piece. The first one I got from Mori's shop in Japan was the little Kamari guy. And then this guy here, the Machine Cider, was my first lotto I did for a Cord Viper, and I did end up winning. So it's in a clear orange with green paint apps and some silver for highlights and a little red fade on his visor. So this was my first tall guy. And if we are stacking it up against toys we're going to reveal later, this is what it looks like next to a adult real head. And this is what it looks like next to a Gaitsu, and Gaitsu has the same form factor as an Aitsu. And I'm sorry for the tease, we will get to those toys later, but at the moment we're still talking about Cord Viper half an hour in. So this is the Machine Cider. This was my first big piece from him. My first tall... my first... Jesus fucking Christ. My first tall one. And then my second tall one, I was a very lucky boy. And this was from DesignerCon, so I'm assuming it's from the same pull as the hands are orange, but also the hands on this one are darker than the hands on the other one. So this is a mostly black Machine Cider with white highlights for his armor, and he has orange hands, and in my fantasy world that I've created in my mind, his hands are flaming, and he's just punching people to death with flaming fists. Because what is collecting toys without imagination, my friends? What on earth are we even doing here if we can't have a little fun in our mind's eye with the toys we collect? I'm a dork. Okay, so the Machine Cider, his belt buckle is very much G.I. Joe inspired. His boots are very much Mad Max inspired. And this was a very, very special one. Yeah, actually, his torso is like a clear... And I imagine his legs are, but they're just sprayed over. But yeah, his torso has some smoky clearness to it. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful piece. He told me that he only brought 4, so I was stupid lucky to get one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Combination locks for kneecaps and shoulder pads. Yes, totally. That variant is loosely based on Cord Viper himself. I imagine they're all self-inserts. So let's go back to the cam. Let's drop the tall guy in so you can get a size comparison. He is much bigger. Give this camera a little adjustment. He is much taller. Yeah, he's a great piece. I'm super happy to have it. And this is in stark contrast to my soft rule about only collecting the smaller Cord Viper pieces. I went for a bigger one. I don't regret it whatsoever. It's an awesome, awesome piece, and I'm so happy to have it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my guys. Well, I think that about does it for Cord Viper. Unless I have any other secret Cord Viper pieces around, which I do not. That is all from that haul. So, guys, what should we look at next? Should we look at some of the smaller bits and bobs from various Sofubi artists that I grabbed as I'm pointing at you with a finger from Reelhead? Probably. Let's switch to this cam here, and I'll continue wagging my finger at you guys. Let's get Gordon out of here. Also, if you guys aren't familiar with Gordon the Garbage Goblin, go check out Nate the Milkman on Instagram. He's an awesome dude. Gordon's a great character. His Spork Spear. Love this guy. I was just playing with him earlier, which is why he was out. Nothing to do with DCON. I didn't get this at DCON. Although, Nate the Milkman was there, and he was selling a bunch of Gordons, as well as his Angry Stomach one as well. Peter Wilkinson, not Robert Robertson or Walter Robinson. Anyways, okay, so Reelhead. This was one of my gets, one of the things I got. The finger from Reelhead. This is a Pep, I'm in the gym at 8 a.m. Much love. Pete's out. Pete's out, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. I hope it was helpful. Oh, Sam's the greatest mod in the world. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's what he's saying. That's what the singer's saying. Yeah, no, thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. It was nice chatting with you. So this is the finger guy from Reelhead. Not the finger guy, like the full-on adult design. I'm going to turn off this thing that's spinning and maybe move some of these pieces aside. I really didn't set this up in a way that was easy and fluid for doing what I had in mind, but that's okay. So I've got one of these guys. He's great. He's lovely. We'll put him, we'll put him on the spinny, and we can watch the finger spin. That is magnificent. Yeah, there was also one in red, which was great, but I did not get that one. I kind of wish I did, but the flesh finger was my first pick. So Skull Toys had on offer I forgot what they're called. God damn it, I'm the worst at these names. We've got the skulls here. So these ones are actually from 5 Points. I have a little glow in the dark one and a little silver one, but I just wanted to show these solid colorways just so you guys could see like the nuance and the detail in the sculpt, and they kind of stack on one another in a very pleasing way. So yeah, I wanted to show you these because this one's got a heavy rub so you can see, and this one's got a bit of a lighter rub, but those are from 5 Points. But I did get a smoke and a clear from them at DesignerCon, and I just wanted to show the other ones so you could see the detail, because these don't pop quite the same way on camera. They look amazing in the flesh. They're great toys, but yeah, these guys here show off a little more of the detail, so I thought that might be helpful. These guys are great because the clear ones without paint apps are like $10, which is not a lot, and then when they do have paint apps, they're like $15. So excellent toy. Very, very happy to have these skulls. They're great. So these are from Skull Toys. If you get a chance at a convention, you should grab them. It's nice with their minis because they're super cheap and they bring a lot of them, and you can just grab some dope fucking, yeah, some dope dudes. Yeah, these are great. Super happy to have them. Sponge, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you, my sweet friend. Let's just add these to the spinny. I won't add those because I didn't actually get those at the con. Let's keep that rule going. So we'll just throw those on the spinner Maru and get to some more pieces. So I have got a small Uamu piece. This guy here, this was a gift from Sam the Mop. This was not a pickup from DesignerCon. This was just a little gift. A little crouching Uamu space boy. He's great. He's cute. He's simple. He's fine. And he was a gift from a friend. So what's better than that? I accidentally threw my finger guy on the concrete today into a puddle. That's okay. You know what? Finger guy was meant to be played with. You can baby and protect all your other Sofubi as hard as you want. Finger guy was meant to get jammed in your pocket, to rattle around with your car keys, to be pulled out at the dinner table and dick around with. He is meant to be played with. Do not feel bad about that. Every other piece feel real bad if you drop them on the concrete in a puddle, but that one you got to play with. So this was a gift, and it can go on the spinny, and we'll get back to him. Another gift. This was a gift from Mad Chill Mitch, my sweet friend Mitch. He gave me a purple slime poop, slime mini, chaos slime. Awesome little dude, a little finger puppet, not a big deal. To be shoved up places. Fuck, bearded. Dial it back, my guy. Actually, don't. I'm strangely aroused by that. Okay, so we've got the purple slime. He's great. That's how I play with all my Sofubis. That's how they were meant to be played with. Not a big deal. Yeah, the purple slime, little finger puppet. He's fun. I love, like much like the finger guy you jam in your pocket. I love toys that you can just sort of pack up and take with you, and you don't have to stress too much about them. Like prime example, be right back. Prime example is I got this piece from Vicious Fun on the cheap. I got this piece here, and this is my go-to picture guy. I mean, you're gonna be like, I've been on your Instagram, I haven't seen a photo of that in months. Which is probably true, but this is the one that I just throw in my bag. So when I got him, he had a fucked up scratch on his brow. One of his feet scuffed. He's got little scuffs and damage. He's got damage on both his ears. Like, when I got him, he was a little bit mangled, and now he's just turned into my pocket homie. So that's totally reasonable. And I think with the finger guy, the finger guy was meant to be thrown in your pocket. Because what else are you going to do with him? You're going to put him on the shelf? Nah, you're going to stick him on your finger and waggle him around in your friend's face. That's what he's meant to do. Just be like Pepper and throw your Sofubi in the river. Hey, that was one time. One time I threw it in the river. Not a big deal. Throw your toys at strangers, like aggressively launch them. Yeah, so anyways, this is my pocket guy. I don't feel bad about beating him up. It's okay for him to be well loved. Not a big deal. But I guess I'm not a purist in that sense, because most toy collectors would be heinously protective over their toys. So yeah, this was a gift from my sweet friend Mitch. He gave me a purple finger slime. Chaos Slime. He's awesome. He's a great little piece. I'm going to add him to the Spinny Doo, and we can grab another piece here. I know that the Spinny Doo isn't on camera or on screen right now, but there you go. We got the spin cam, in case you guys were concerned and or wondering. There it is. And who's next? What's next? More of the sort of smaller pieces. Let's grab... Bam. Grab this one here. So if we're keeping on the slime train, on the poop train, bam, go back to this cam here. I have a Gokudo poop Lucky Cat, the shit swirl Lucky Cat. I wish Mori brought those lightsaber hilts. Oh my god, me too. That would be awesome. Yeah, so here it's just a white version of... Very simple, very, very cute. I don't have a ton of Gokudo stuff. I only have a couple. One of them's not in here right now. I do have the shit soldier, the space trooper shit guy. In not the big size, but in the sort of smaller size. But yeah, so I don't have a ton of Gokudo, although I do respect Gokudo. I do like his work. But I'm more of a real head boy. More of a Skull Toys boy, definitely more of a Cord Viper lad, but yeah, these are great. This cat's great. How did I miss that one? I don't know, dude. I'm sorry that you did though, and Visa is not sorry that I didn't. They don't take cards. I was in a foreign country and I used my Visa for everything. Okay, so we got a cat, and it wouldn't be a convention without multiple Lucky Cats, right? Without getting a Lucky Cat from anyone and everyone I could. So I grabbed the Uamu Real Head Collaboration Lucky Cat. So this is a yellow Lucky Cat with black paint with the Uamu silhouette on the body, or on the coin rather, that he's holding. Super happy to have this. I do love the Lucky Cats. The only other ones I had before DCON where I had a green one that I got at Mori's shop when I was in Japan, as well as a little white one that was a Gashapon crank. So it's not actually Sofubi, it's like a hard plastic or resin or something. No, it's hard plastic, I think. But not Sofubi, not soft in any way, just like a rock, like you could smash a window with it if you tried. But yeah, so those were the only two I had. A Gashapon one and then a green Lucky Cat. And I'm super happy to have this yellow Lucky Cat. It's fucking great. I do love the sculpt and the design. It's just so classic. And then with the little Uamu highlight, just great. Just fucking great. Put him on the thing, switch to this cam, have a sip of my beer. Yeah. What's next? What is next? Man, this is going good. I'm glad I set up my light box for this. I'm glad I made this ghetto rig and made it work. Who is next? Oh, so again, like I said, it can't be... I couldn't walk away without more lucky items. So, bam. A very classic, simple colorway of the Lucky Cat from Mori. So this one has sort of gold and black, like classic cat patterns. And the coin it's sort of hard to tell in this light because it's kind of shitty. I think it's sort of a tealish color. Yeah, like a tealish green. And and it's just such a classic design. When I got up to the table, there were so many awesome Lucky Cats. There was a silver one, and that was the other one. I was really torn. I really wanted to get that one. But I had to go with this classic design just because it's so simple and basic. Basic's not the right word. It's so classic and default. It's just this beautiful cat colorway. It's like, I don't know. It's just, there's no frills, no gimmicks. It's just a nice looking Lucky Cat. It's just a great piece. I love the shop at home Lazy Susan setup. Yeah, it's pretty good, hey? Thanks for tuning in, Sam. Take her easy, man. Don't forget to hit the like button, dude. Yeah, so here we go. Simple Lucky Cat. And I'll switch back to the shopping channel. Lazy Susan view. There it is. Coke Classic. Yeah, Coca-Cola Classic, right? Who else is next for minis? This is my last mini from the convention, I think. No, it's not. I'm a liar. Bam. So this one here is the sumo guy from Reelhead. I'll pop up the proper cam. This one I went for a very specific reason. Very, very, very... 21 peeps in the chat. You're killing it, Walter. My name isn't Walter, goddammit. Peter Wilkinson. Everybody who's watching, thank you for tuning in. Don't be a stranger. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening to me talk about my toys. And I hope that my genuine passion for these comes off in... makes you passionate, you know? I hope my fire feeds your fire, and together we can never have money ever again, and we can just collect trinkets. So this one, that was a weird rant. All right, we're going with it. So this one here is the little sumo dude. Yes, Sam's got it correct. This is the Next Man colorway. So we've got the white, the gray, and the gold, which pops beautifully with the 1,000 Toys Next Man colorway. Cyclone is the colorway. Yeah, Cyclone. Is it Cyclone? Is it fucking Cyclone? God damn it. Fine, Peter. Yeah, there's Cyclone, there's Fusion, there's Future. This is Cyclone. This is Next Man. This is Cyclone Next Man colorway. The Next Man design, like the full adult, I do not have. I would love to have it in the Cyclone colorway, to have all three of these guys together, because, you know, that's what collecting is all about, I guess, is just collecting the same shit but slightly different. Let's do what needs to be done and have them having a hug. It's great. Fusion, thank you. Not Cyclone, Fusion. Thank you. I do apologize. I had to get it because it matches, and that's... Thank you. Cyclone is black. Thank you. I'm sorry. There's a delay on the chat. I realize I make mistakes. I'm sorry. Okay, so... God damn it, Sam. Fuck. Okay, so now that I've been... the chat delay, I couldn't save myself in time. It is Fusion. I am an idiot. And they look great together. I'm super unsubbing. No, you're my moderator. You can't unsub. Super happy to have it. And just stoked. I'm stoked that it aesthetically goes with my Fusion, not Cyclone. My bad. And yeah, they look great together. They look awesome together. I'll put him on the Lazy Susan, and we can all marvel at him spin around in a circle. My God, fake Sofubi girl? What on earth are you implying? Oh, there it is. So who is next? What is next? What do I have here? I have a tiny little bag of Uamu pieces already unsubbed. God damn it, my other moderator's gone, guys. I'm trying to hire a mod. Anybody looking for work? It doesn't pay at all. I've got a couple Uamu finger puppet little ghosty boys. I won't go into too much detail on these. They're very simple. They were very affordable. I think they were $3, which is, in hindsight, I should have got 30 of them because I'm a psychopath. No, yeah, a couple little ghosty guys. Got this white one here because it'll go nicely with some other white Sofubi that I have. And I got this one here because it'll go nicely with my Cord Viper. I don't know if I'll really put them together and take pics. Who knows what I'll do with these little ghosty boys. But they're great. Happy to have them. I will add them to the Lazy Susan. And you might be thinking to yourself, hey, what white Sofubi do you have that those little ghosty boys will go good with? And the answer is their name's Boo. Thank you, chat. Specifically, Derek. Bam. So this is technically my first Uamu piece, Real Head collab Uamu. This is technically my first Real Head adult Uamu, and this was something I grabbed off Sam the moderator. I purchased this from him a long time ago, and Uamu is so affordable. I purchased this from him a long time ago, and I said, hey, hold on to it until DCON, and I'll grab it from you. And it has the hammered out copper mask, and correct me if I am wrong, but I believe Uamu, Uyaku-chan, is that her name? I believe her dad is the one who makes these masks. Now, if I am wrong, please do correct me, because I don't want to spread misinformation, like much like I did with my Cyclone confusion just then. But yeah, that is the Papuamu. Yeah, that is the that is what I've been informed. And this is a beautiful piece, and it's crazy that I own this because the Uamu thing went out of control. Like I've always your father made it. Okay. I've always loved this design, but I never had one. Luckily, Uamu is fairly accessible when it comes to paint him too. Fairly accessible when it comes to the Real Head adult scale. Like these collabs don't sell out as heartily and as quickly as say a Punk Drunkers collab would. So I went from having 0 in my collection to having this one, which we will switch to the party view. We'll take out my finger guy. We'll take the finger out and we'll insert the Uamu. So I went from having no Uamu in my collection to having 4, and we will get to this. God damn. So the mass Real Heads are usually left intentionally blank. That is true. So 4, you might say. That's crazy. And yeah, it is. So he's still wearing his paper skirt from when I put him in my bag. I actually wrapped everybody with a paper skirt so their arms wouldn't squeeze together and damage their bodies. So this one is a galaxy sort of paint job where we've got blues and golds and reds on sort of one half, almost Kakaiter style, where it's cut in half, to having blacks and silvers and the same sort of coppery reds. And then there's a glitter to this one as well. So I believe this one is painted with just like regular ass acrylic. I could be wrong. It's got a texture to it. Like it feels different than other Sofubi paint. I'm probably wrong. They probably didn't use acrylic. Anyways, it has a texture to it. It has a feel to it that is unlike any others in my collection. And it is galaxy stricken. A boy cleft in twain, with galaxies both light and dark, and it's fucking spectacular. So this was something I got off of Mitch. Mitch helped me out. So 2 of my sweet internet friends turned normal friends. It's Matt too. Yes. Helped me out with these Uamu pieces, and I'm super happy to have them. So I went from having none to having 4, and we will get to the... Oh, that is the wrong camera. We will get to the other ones shortly as I place these on the spinny boy. Oh gosh, are you gonna take a dive? Please don't. Please don't take a dive. Yeah, just fucking... It's crazy. It's crazy. Pardon my French. Pardon my cussing constantly. I'm just a guy on a couch having a beer talking about toys. So if I can't swear here, where can I swear? That's what I need to know. If I can't say the fuck word here, where can I say the fuck word? You know? On the safety of my own stream, I want to be able to cuss. All right. So, for Uamo, you say. For Uamo. Yes, that is what happened. I did end up getting 4. So, let's just... Jokes on Pepper, I sold him a bootleg. Don't tell him, though. So, at the convention, at the con, at the DCON, at the designer con, Uamu had brought 2 adult pieces. Now, there was a giant lineup for Reelhead, and there was not a giant... Well, there's a giant lineup for Punk Drunkers, Reelhead, Gokudo, Cord Viper, all of them. But Uamu did not have the giant lineup. She did have a couple people lining up, but her lineup was like 5-6 people long, not a big deal. And she brought 2 Reelhead collabs. So this one is cast in a... This was the skirt, the shipping skirt I put it in. This is cast in a white and painted matte black. So that was on there so the arms didn't squish together and damage the paint on the legs. So that's his little paper skirt that I made. This one is white with a matte paint, and then everything else is rubbed off to give it the look. So all of the details that pop on this figure are due to the fact that the paint had been sprayed and then wiped off. So very, very interesting. The details on the head, the little Uamu heads on the Uamu head pop. It looks awesome. The ghost dick arm. I know that's not the intended, probably not the intended design for it, but I just think of it as a giant dick made of ghosts. Why am I like this? I don't know why I'm like this. So the ghost dong arm looks great with just the paint left in the cracks and the rest wiped off. Very, very clean, very, very cool. Super, super happy that it is part of my collection. But as I am a sick man who can't help himself, I got the alternate colorway to it, also in its shipping skirt here. So this one is a cast in a black with the paint rubbed off to reveal the details in stark contrast to the opposite one. So yeah, it's the alternate colorway. So side by side, they compare and contrast in such an aesthetically pleasing way. They are opposites in all regard, and I fucking love it. Pardon my French. It just looks so good. Just so good. I can't even. It's absolutely insane. I love these two. They are amazing. They are so cool. And I will put them on a turntable so y'all can see them spin and we can move on. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys coming to hang out and take a look at this stuff with me. Who knows in the future if these guys will get full videos talking about them. I would love to do a Slotfubi on each and every one of them. Maybe in time. I might have to do a DesignerCon haul video, but you guys are all here watching, so... So yeah, I don't know if that's entirely necessary, but I feel bad for like people who miss the stream and then are curious but don't want to invest in watching a 2-hour stream they weren't here to be a part of, because I understand that, but we'll see. Keep the real head train going. I can do. I feel like I'm dying of heat stroke in my corpse tits sweater. Nope. No, I'm not showing my bare chest on stream. I'll get kicked off this platform if I do. Let's just get rid of that sweater. We good. Do it. No. Kind of messed up my hair when I did that. You might get YouTube famous. I don't want YouTube fame. I just want YouTube ad revenue to pay for my internet bill. That's all I want. That's all I want. Is that so much to ask? Yeah, so those two beautiful Uamu are spinning around together in perfect harmony, and we're just chilling having a beer. Hell yeah, guys. Fuck yeah. I'm loving this stream right now. Late at night while you were sleeping, that's when Bearded comes a-creeping. Stop, Jesus. It's okay to just not talk about stalking me. Alright, guys. Who's next? What's next? Y'all help me decide. What do you guys want to see? We keep the real head train going. That is a thing we can do. I'm just like wondering what other Sofubi I have that isn't real head that I can show you guys. Oh yeah. Oh, I've got this. So, pull that up there. We have from the museum exhibit of Max Toys from Mark Nagata, the Sofubi Man. Pardon me. So this is an homage to the factory worker who makes your toys, and I love this piece, and I just want to give a huge shout out to Sam the Mop for actually grabbing this piece for me. When I did go to the museum, he was still available, but Sam lives in LA, so when he went to the museum, I asked him very kindly to grab me one, and very, 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 very stoked to have this. I do love the homage to just like the fucking guy, the guy who's making your shit. I love it. It's like, I don't know, it's like if there was a Sofubi made of the dude who cuts my pizzas. It's so specific. If there was a Sofubi homage to pizza makers everywhere, way to dox me, Pep. I didn't tell them your last name. Yeah, so just a great homage, and it is signed by Mark Nagata. It is signed at the top there, which part of me wants to not open it, but also it's like, yeah, fuck it, let's open this and put this on the shelf, because I'm a fucking bad boy. Excellent piece. Very, very cool. I was so happy to go to the museum. I made a whole fucking video about it, so you guys probably already know. But I really did enjoy that exhibit. It was really awe-inspiring. It was super, super interesting. And just like, Mark is such a nice man. Like, I got a chance to speak to him at DesignerCon, and just fuck yeah. Do you mean the Knights of the Slice, essentially? Would buy pizza tribute. Tear that shit open. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this in pack for now. He probably will come out and end up on the shelf, but I'll do that at a later date, I think. And in the meantime, just very, very, very happy. Just so happy. Dox me. Yeah, red Sofubi dude, exclusive to the museum. I believe, actually, if that guy interests you, if you're like, wow, that's cool, he is... That was my impersonation of someone who's like thinks something's cool. Wow, that's cool, man. Wow. Anyways, if you think it is interesting, if you want one for yourself, I believe they are still available on the Janma website, the Japanese American National Museum. Their website. Pardon me. I'm touching my nose that's all runny right now for no reason. I'm disgusting. The museum, I believe, still has some available on their website. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong in your case if you want one. So I hope you can get one. Very cool. Wow. Yeah, if you want one, I think they're still available. So hopefully you can get one of those. That would be very clean, very cool, very fresh. I almost want to finish the stream with my favorite pickup. I almost want to finish it with my my real head stuff that I grabbed. Like my real head adult and stuff. Is that the good way to go about it? Should we start talking about some other things that aren't Sofubi for a minute, and then we can shift back into Sofubi Town in a little bit? I think that's the flow I'm ready for. Yeah. Let's talk about some other stuff. Why not? It's not just Sofubi 24/7. It's not horror business all the time. Sometimes it's Knights of the Slice business. So how much is he? I think he's $40. I could be wrong. Sam just posted a link. I hope that link actually works, and you can check him out. So best for last. Okay, cool. So this is a Rift Killer from Toy Pizza, but with no paint apps. This is a Material Boy in bone, and it is in contrast to the bone and gray Rift Killer that actually I bought, and Sam bought for me. So Sam's my mule, apparently. Sam the mop, Sam the mod, Sam the mule. No, when these came out, they were on the O'Neill store, I believe. Pardon me, and the price point was far too high for me to do international shipping. It would have ended up being, basically you're paying double for a figure at that point. So I grabbed a couple. Sam was holding on to them for me, and I grabbed them when I saw him. And so happy to have these. Happy to have the Just Flesh one. That's kind of fun. Just Flesh, like no paint apps, sorry. Happy to have that as well. This was actually a gift from Jesse. Jesse threw this in my hands at the end of the con, and he said, "Do with this what you will." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, boy." So happy to have those. I'm going to turn off the spinny dude because we're not even watching them spin, and it's just making noise down there. But yeah, these are super fun. Knights of the Slice are amazing. Knights of the Slice are some of my favorite toys. My collecting of them sort of ebbs and flows. Like sometimes I feel like I'm hungry and I want every single Knight of the Slice I see, and other times I'm totally chill and calm. I do kind of regret not grabbing the Mega Knight while I was there. That would have been a really good pickup, but I just started allocating funds to other things, and I went fucking hardcore when it came to Cord Viper, and my money sort of vanished, and I didn't grab one. But ultimately, with the Mega Knight, I did like the clear glitter, but I would have preferred, I think, just a straight clear, and because I don't have any other glitter shit on my shelf, so it might have been, I feel like it wasn't congruent, it wasn't consistent with what I have on the shelf right now. So I kind of ummed and awed, and then because I was umming and awing, I was like, maybe don't, and that was just where it stayed. But I would love to see the Mega Knight do well. I would love to see them do alternate colorways, and I hope it does well, because it is a really cool toy based off a really cool design with a really great sculpt. It has good articulation as far as Sofubi goes. Any articulation is good articulation when it's Sofubi. It's a beautiful piece, but I did not grab one. Sam the Mop did, and Sam the Mop's brother, Sam the Bucket, grabbed one. So yeah. Did you do Action Figure of the Month Club? I did, but not in the full capacity. So for internationals, it wasn't a good price. It wasn't a good, it wasn't a good deal. It was just weird because with internationals, you get half now, half later, or whatever it was. You get 2 shipments, but the price point was pretty high. And like being Canadian, it's sort of a sore spot because it's like, we are so close, yet we are so far. Like, we're just next door, but also shipping to us is fucking expensive. So I decided not to go full on and pull the trigger on it. Part of me didn't pull the trigger because DCON was coming, and I was like, I shouldn't spend a bunch of money I don't have when I'm about to go to a convention where I'm going to spend a bunch of money I don't have. So I held off, and then I did end up pledging. I threw them some money just to help out. Just to make my presence known, to be like, yes, you are worthy of my support. Not worthy, that sounds weird. Just to show my support for my friends, because I do truly appreciate what they do and everything they do. And I really want to see only the best things from Toy Pizza. But as an international, kind of locked out, kind of priced out. And I was like, eh. But I did contribute, but not like the full amount. Like I didn't go all in. You should just make a friend in Seattle proxy for you. Or throw it over the border. Yeah. Yeah, no, but like, I did a video about it. I talked about it. Like, I do, like, I will benefit in the long run. Like, the company will continue to move forward and continue to make toys and continue to make new sculpts. And that's a good thing. Signing off early for tomorrow. Darcy, thank you for tuning in. I do have a couple things for you. We can figure out how to get you those things. But I've got a couple treats for you, Darcy. So, your brother says hi. Hello. It was nice hanging out with you. I really appreciated your company. We had a lot of fun. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for hanging. That Canadian shipping sucks. Yeah, totally. I'll send them to you. Give me your address. Stop it, Bearded. What are you going to do? Okay, Bearded, real truth time. What are you going to do when you find out my full name and where I live? Look, I need the truth. I need to know. Once I'm fully doxxed, what are you going to do with that information? Shit got too real. Okay. So, moving on. Toys with similar articulation to the Knights of the Slice. The Phantom Starkiller reaction figure. So, this is a collaboration between Killer Bootlegs and Super 7. And here we have it. We have the glow-in-the-dark color variant of the Phantom Starkiller. And the only regret I have with this toy is that I didn't grab two. So when I was buying it, I was like, I will take two, please. And she was like, we are limiting it to one customer per day. Or like one purchase per day per customer. And I was like, okay, I'll come back tomorrow and get one. I went back tomorrow, forgot to get one. So probably just send you a box full of cool ass retro toys. Yeah, I should just get I should probably just get a PO box then. Okay, so Phantom Starkiller, my only regret, not getting two. Why did I want two? Because I want to keep one on card and put one on the shelf. Keep one on card on the shelf and then take one out to do photos with. So that was what I wanted to do. That is not what I ended up doing because I forgot to go back and get another one, or I forgot to grab another one. So, and random pizzas just sent to your house. Please don't, man. I'm trying to lose weight. Don't just send me pizzas. The Phantom Starkiller is great. The packaging got fucked a little bit up. It's not too bad. It's got a big crease and a crack in it. So I will probably just open this random. Don't even joke about that, please, Sam. That's like the most egregious thing you could ever do to anyone. That shit's fucked up. So yeah, the Phantom Starkiller, awesome toy. I'm so happy that at like the transcendence of this concept. So we start with a bootlegger making a weird Star Wars bootleg, right, out of resin, and then we have a company take that bootleg concept and design and turn it into a reaction figure. So it's like it started as Star Wars, it became a bootleg, and now it is a legitimate toy again. And I love that sort of progression, that sort of like weird emulation of an emulation becomes legitimate. And like it's bizarre, it's interesting, it's cool. He's a great character. Yeah, it's just fucking neat, and it's sincere. Like, I got a chance to talk to Brian Flynn when I was at DesignerCon, and I thanked him for his work, and he's just such a genuine human being, and he really is just doing it for the love of toys, which can't be said for all toy makers. So, Pepper doesn't collect, it's just an act. Yeah, after this goes off camera, I just sell it on eBay. Yeah, it's a great toy. It's a great concept. It's a great character. Phantom Starkiller is just fucking cool. hell yeah, super stoked that this is in the collection. I kind of wish the card wasn't all fucked up and I could just leave him on card on the wall, because he is GID, so taking pictures of him, I mean, he does have paint apps, so like there is some variation, like the paint breaks it up a little bit, so it's not boring. But yeah, it's a cool toy. I will probably end up opening it just because the card is so damaged from being in my suitcase. But that's a good segue into damaged cards and talking about my other pickup from Super 7. So I want to say thank you to the TSA for doing whatever the fuck they did to this cardboard. I'm not just going to blame it on the weight of the bag, because like the way these were all fucked up, the TSA card was like jammed in between them, where it's like, we went through your bag, and it's like, clearly you ripped this cardboard, you asshole. So these ones are super fucked up, and classic me, buy a new one on stream. No, I don't have any money anymore. Did you see all these toys? I don't have any money. So the cards on these ones and the bubbles on these are fucked. The other ones, because I bought doubles, because I always do, of the muscle figures, because I always want to have them on card, which in a perfect world in the future they will all be on the wall here, which will be cool. So these ones got damaged and destroyed, but that's okay, because I do intend on opening them. The worst are the best. I say it all the time. So here's my fat sack of worst. I wish I had them all posed up. Maybe in the near future I will. So these are the sort of variant colorways. The variant colorways that I'm missing are red as well as clear. They did. I really regret sleeping on the clears. I wish I ordered like 10 sets of them and then dyed some of them different colors, because I'm a fucking weirdo. But yeah, so I do love the worst. I do wish I had them on display, but right now they're just sort of in a Ziploc bag, which is where these guys will go once they're out. So we've got Batula, we've got Gas Phantom and Robot Reaper. Then we have Snake Tut, Death Falcon, and X2 the Unknown. Yeah, these are great. These are great figures. I love the worst so much. The worst are great. You should have told me. I would have given them to you. No, don't give me your toys. It's fine. You don't have to do that. I know you want to, because you appreciate me and all that I do on the internet. I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. I'm assuming your intentions and your motivations. Yeah, no, don't give me your toys. Keep your toys for yourself. That's why you collect them. That's why I collect them. Although I have given stuff away. Then what else is next? I went through that sort of rapid fire. I thought we'd talk about Super 7 a little bit more, but that's okay. We're getting close to the end of my pickups, but not close to the end of stream time, because we always stream till midnight. So I'm just gonna sit here for 20 minutes. Not a big deal. You don't collect toys. I don't collect toys. You're a flipper. You're not a flipper. Maybe you are. Maybe you're a fucking bad boy. Yeah. So Super 7 muscles. What else does Super 7 have? They had some of the reaction Crimson Ghost, like the how's the weather in BC? It's rainy. It's really rainy right now. They had some of the Crimson Ghost, the Misfits reactions, which were cool. Not cool enough that I needed to have them, but definitely something to marvel at. And it's like, yeah, those are neat. Those are cool. That concept makes sense to me. Those are toys that, like, honestly, if those existed when I was in high school, I probably would have started collecting back then. I had a long dark period before I actually got back into collecting, because I always played with toys, as you do as a kid. I always try to take good care of my toys, much to the suggestion of my parents. Not that, like, I kept every single piece in a drawer or in a bag, but, like, you know, like, I'd lose missiles in the garden like you do when you're a kid. But I really did love my toys as a kid growing up. And then there was a long period of not collecting. And then my awakening. What was my awakening? My awakening was like resin bootlegs. Honestly, that was what made me start thinking about toys again. Will this stream go up on your channel right after it ends? I came in a bit late and I was looking forward to this all day. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's super kind. Hit the like button and subscribe. Yeah, I don't know what the processing time is on it. Once I hit like stop, I don't know how long it takes for it actually to be available to watch. But yeah, I think you should. It won't go private. I'll leave it up. But I don't know if like for a while it'll go dark or something where it's just like needs to buffer or process or something. Or you could just click back to the start and just watch it with a huge delay. You could do that. It's all good. But yes, this will be available on the channel. I'm not gonna make it private or anything like that. Yeah, I got you, dude. Yeah, I got you back. What was I talking about? My dark times of not collecting. So, always enjoyed my toys as a kid. Always had so much fun with my G.I. Joes, with my Kenner Batman, with my Jurassic Park, all of that stuff. Then the dark times came. I did not collect. I always collected a little bit of video game stuff and like records and stuff. What am I drinking? This is the Kiwami Plum Sour from Fuggles and Warlock. I know that sounded like I just made all of that up, but it is a real beer from a brewery in Vancouver, I believe, Richmond, BC, and it is great. It is a plum sour, Japanese-inspired beer. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so thank you. So yeah, always enjoyed my toys, always loved them. Had a dark period. Always collected like records. Always really liked collecting records. It's sort of gone on hold lately. Always collected video games and then sort of stopped once the boom happened. So when I was collecting video games, I was paying like $5 a cartridge, no matter what the title was. Like it didn't matter. So, I mean, some of them were more, but that's what I was sort of when I was into video game collecting. I got into it when everybody got out of it. So like the Xbox came out and the PlayStation 2, I think those came out at the same time. And everyone I knew was getting rid of their Super Nintendos and 64s. And I was just like, I'll give you money for that. And I just sort of bought all that. Show off some records. They're in the other room. Maybe we'll do a record stream another time. That would suck doing a record stream because I couldn't actually play the music for you without getting copyright claimed. Which would be fine. It doesn't matter. Actually, the only reason I'd be worried is if it was a strike, because that's different than a claim. A claim is like, they'll just take the ad revenue, which, by the way, I don't make any, so it doesn't fucking matter. But with a strike, like, that can hurt your channel. So, like, if I'm knowingly abusing the music system and, like, playing music that I don't own, and someone decides to, instead of claim, strike, then that would fuck my channel up. But luckily for me, I don't actually have any strikes. I have a couple claims. One was for Monster Prom because of the background music. Another two I think are from Christmas music, and then one of them is from like this vlog music guy who then signed to a label, and then the label claimed all his shit. So it used to be okay to use, but now it's not, which is actually my 100 subscriber video. That music got me claimed. But anyways, yeah, collected records and a little bit of VHS, not a ton, but I have a couple like choice videotapes that I keep around. And then yeah, the big toy awakening happened. So I first saw on Instagram actually, I saw Retro Band do a Hank Waffles reaction style bootleg figure. So very much the same form factor as our Phantom Star Killer here, with the 5 points of articulation, very much in the Star Wars style, and yeah, he did Hank Waffles from King Star King, which is a J.J. Ballard cartoon that is fucking deranged, but he made these reaction figures, and I was like, what? You can just make a fucking toy? And that sort of ignited this passion for me where I was like, why aren't I collecting toys? Or why aren't I making toys? So I got into making toys and collecting toys like all at the same time. And I was really big into Power Rangers at the time. I was rewatching it all. And the SH Figuarts Power Rangers, the original MMP are the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers toys from Bandai were coming out, and at that time they were $20. They were $20 retail, and I bought all 5. I couldn't find the green one though. I couldn't find Green Ranger. He was gone. And that was sort of my first big toy purchase that sort of kicked off the real collecting. I was grabbing little bits and pieces here and there, and then that kicked off the real collecting. And then I got into Star Wars Black Series a bit, and Marvel Legends came shortly after. And then I was huge into Lego. I was loving Lego. In fact, this live stream started as a Lego live stream. I would live stream Lego every Thursday. I'd get real drunk. I don't normally drink on stream these days, but I'm having a sip. And I build Lego and get shit-faced and make jokes and do skits. And yeah, and then I just became a fucking collector. And that's where we are today. I don't know what I was going on. I don't know why I'm ranting to you guys about my history, but maybe it was worth sharing. Maybe it was something interesting. Maybe there's some details in there you didn't know or missed, or maybe you're brand new and you're like, why am I listening to some weird guy with a beard on a couch talking about toys? And if you're in that boat, cool. Thanks for hanging out. Rest in peace, Lego stream. It'll come back one day. I'm thinking of streaming Lego all winter. Maybe that's a thing I do. Probably. Now you're addicted, as all of us. I miss Drunk Pepper sometimes. I don't miss Drunk Pepper. That was really very much a coping mechanism and a let's get real. Let's talk real. As I've had a couple sips, me drinking as much as I used to on stream was definitely a confidence thing. And I just don't. Rest in peace, shotgunning beers, stream Mega Bloks. Fuck off. Pardon me. No Mega Bloks. Mega Bloks are trash. Tony will say otherwise, but it's not true. Me drinking as much as I did on stream was very much a coping mechanism and very much a confidence boost and very much me trying to break through the uncomfortable threshold of staring at your own fucking face in a camera. And it's okay. I don't regret any of it. I'm sure I said like weird fucked up things that, you know, if I ever make it, someone will use my past to haunt me, which is what people do. No, like I definitely used it as a tool to build myself up and to feel comfortable and to try and just to fit in, you know? And I built a weird persona around it. I turned it into I gamified drinking in a way. And it was weird. And it's not bad. It's not good. It is a gray area. And I don't regret any of it. I had so much fun doing it. But also I can identify, looking back on it now, that like it was very much a product of my own insecurity in a way. Like I needed to have a couple sips to be comfortable because I wanted I wanted your attention and I was afraid if I didn't get it. Like this all sounds really weird trying to quantify all of this, but like it was easier to take if a stream tanked and did poorly and nobody was talking or the likes were super low. Like not that any of that fucking matters, and I don't give a shit now, but when I was starting up the channel, I really did think about like where I wanted the channel to go, what I wanted the channel to be, and I wanted to be successful. I wanted so badly to be successful that it almost clouded the sincerity of it all because I wanted that so much. And I kind of had to get drunk to like confront the fact that like not everyone's gonna get it, not everybody's gonna love it, and now it's just you and a camera, and that's it. And I needed that sort of comfort of dulling my senses to be able to do what I did. Anyways, this turned into a really long rant, and the end of it is just I fucking love streaming. I fucking love talking to you guys. I fucking love making videos about toys, and I don't need to have a drink to be comfortable in my own skin anymore. And it's a really great feeling. And it's got super real. But that's just kind of what it is. I needed that. I needed it at the time, and I don't need it anymore. He says, contrary to the fact that he's having a beer. But anyways, long rant aside, I love what I do, and I love that I'm comfortable. And it took a long time to get comfortable. It really did. I see you, Peter. I fucking love your realness, my bro. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that we can have that where I can be honest. You're great on camera now, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how much footage I throw out of myself, but yes, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That got really real for a bit. That got too real. It's okay. I'm very glad I can be as honest as I am on the internet. I don't know if everybody gets to have that. I hope they do. But yeah. Anyways, long story short, you do you. All your content rocks. Keep making cool shit. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I love making videos. If I didn't love making videos, I wouldn't continue to make them. I would just quit. And I've always been a quitter. That's another thing too. Let's talk about me some more. I relate to this so badly. Great stuff. I hope there's some interest for people. Welcome all the new people. Smash like and subscribe. Smash like and subscribe if you like getting real. I like what I do. I like making what I make, and again, I would quit if I didn't like it. But that's another thing too. Yes, that's another thing too. That's where I was going. New people, come to the Discord. Yeah, you could. There's a link in the description to the Discord. We talk about toys all day, every day. We have a section for Sofubi, which if you're watching, you probably are interested because we talked about Sofubi for like an hour. Come hang out. But yeah. I'm losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, I'm a quitter. I'm a fucking quitter. I've always been a quitter. But when I started making toys, I started making resin toys, I quit. But I made friends with Tony, and Tony and I started the podcast, and we've been doing the podcast 134 episodes in a row. We do it like every week. We've missed a couple weeks, but for the most part, we do it every week. And that's a good feeling because I've always been a quitter, and I haven't quit on that, and I haven't quit on this, and maybe I'm not a quitter anymore. But I quit drinking, he said, ironically. And now let's talk about toys. Okay, it is time to get nearer to the end of the stream. We're 20 minutes away, roughly 20-ish minutes away from the middest of the night, and it is time to talk about the 1,000 Toys Aitsu, whose package is quite squished, but the packaging has been designed in a manner which means the toy is not damaged. So here is Aitsu, and I just want to say I'm so happy that the other variants of this toy were not available at DesignerCon. I would have been fucked if all three were available, because I need all three of these. So here's the back of the card. We've got it's reversed. We've got Cemenchu, the Shark Boy, Aitsu in the middle, and then Aitsu, what are they calling him? Aitsu, the robot Aitsu. I'm so happy that all three were not available at DesignerCon. I would have been fucked. I would have been so fucked. I'm already fucked. I spent all my money and then some, but I would have been double fucked. Pardon me. If all three were available, because they're $80. They are $80 US with conversion. That's almost $100 Canadian, if not more. Pardon me. And you can always go on eBay for $300. Please do not buy these on eBay. 1,000 Toys will probably make them available on their store, and they will definitely bring them to whatever conventions they go to. So do not pay scalper prices for these toys. These toys are amazing, but I will honestly say they are not worth $300 Fuck that, and fuck anyone who thinks they can charge someone that much for them. The Aitsu is incredible. He has his sort of dildo baton in green. He has the salmon arm add-on. He has got his double flipping the bird hands, and he's got a weapon holding hand as well as relaxed hands. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad that he doesn't come with fists. That would have been cool if he had some punchy fists. That's okay. But there was also a couple accessories that they were talking about making at 5 Points. So at 5 Points Fest, they had all 3 of them on display. None of them for sale. They weren't ready. They were just like paint prototypes. But they were saying they wanted to give him a banana and a hairdryer for no reason. That was the thing they wanted to do. And so that didn't end up happening. They just did the accessories you get, which is the baton as well as the fish arm. But yeah, he's an awesome toy. I love my my Thousand Toys figures that I have. I love my Next Man's. I love them. They're great figures. Happy to have this one as well. Aitsu is going to be right at home next to the other guys, so super stoked to have this. I also grabbed one for my sweet boy Tony, so I could help Tony out getting one because he really wanted one. And then I also got one more thing from Thousand Toys. So we're peeling back the paper. Unexpected medical bills suck balls. That is a bummer, dude. It's a shame. Is the paint app on his face a little wonky on yours too? Yeah. It's not like awful. But yes, you're right. I should have taken a much closer look at him. His eyes aren't wall-eyed or weird, which is good. But yeah, there's a little bit of overspray for his lip. Yeah. That's kind of a shame. That's kind of a bummer. Also, I've got another one for Tony, so maybe I'll swap them. Oh, shit! Yeah, that is kind of a bummer. Then I have... Bam. Yeah, that's right, boys. That is right, my dudes. We have the clear synth. This was one... That one is Tony's, yeah. Yeah, so we have the clear synthetic human. I wanted to get the test body. The test body was 80, but the clear was only 60. And then I was like, well, I'll save $20 and go for this. Happy to have this one as well. This was very much an impulse buy. A super big impulse buy. Gotta love the synths. I do, yeah, the synths are amazing. Mine has a lazy eye and overspray on the lips. Oh, shit, dude, that's a bummer. Yeah, mine has a little bit of overspray on the lip, but his eyes seem good. Wait. What are we waiting on? Yeah, the clear was 60. Yeah. WTF. Are you sad you didn't get one? I'll sell you my test body for not scalp prices next year. What was I doing? You were hanging out with me. You were throwing your Mega Knight in the trash and hanging out with me. So, very happy that I grabbed this one. Stoked. Just super stoked. Yeah, it's a good toy. Holy shit, guys. So, we are approaching the final stretch of the stream. The carb, clear, and vanilla are only 60. Yeah. The test body was 80, though. I really wanted the test body, but... Holy shit. I got bamboozled again? What happened? What happened, dude? Are you okay? I almost paid Wait, you got bamboozled and then you almost paid? So wait, did you or did you not buy one scalped? Test body's more expensive because they have more paint. Not the final stretch. It is the final stretch. Yeah, we're nearing the last 15 minutes of the stream. I mean, midnight isn't a hard fast rule, but I like to keep it about 2 hours. That makes sense, right? I don't know why, like, I stick to that tradition. It was because of the Lego stream. We used to always stream till midnight, and then that just sort of became the time. I feel like 2 hours is a good amount of time. Anything less would seem short. Anything more would seem long, you know? I didn't buy one, but I assume all synths were 80. Yeah, you would have overpaid quite a bit. If it was a test body, 100's not the worst. It is a little bit much, but not too bad. It is time for the final two Sofubi. The final two soft boys that I got while at DCON. So, to go with my other Gaitsu, I got the silver and smoke black clear color Gaitsu. So Gaitsu is rocking his Denki glove as per usual. I'm glad his paint didn't get scratched. His Denki glove as per usual that comes with our Gaitsu. He has his twirly flippy-doo of a hair in his skull face, as well as his demonic engravings on the back of his skull, and the rib chest painting, his skull, his bone design, Gaitsu. Comment guy too if you like this toy. I mean, yeah, you could. You could and you should, and maybe everybody will. I did wrap him up in paper like I did for some of the other toys, so he was wearing a paper skirt on the flight home because, damn boy, you must be poor now. Yeah, no, I'm very poor now. There's no illusion, there's no secret. Your old peppercine is fucking broke, but worth it. The character is awesome. The design is awesome. I love that it's Aitsu, but not. I love that it's a skull Aitsu. I love that he is rocking the Denki glove, the power glove. He's great. And this is my second Gaitsu. This is my second Gaitsu piece. I do have the black panted, white bodied Gaitsu, which is my favorite design of Gaitsu. Poor but happy. Yeah, I'm having a great time. I'm stoked. I reached a threshold on my trip where I'm like, am I gonna worry or am I just gonna pay up and deal with it later? And that's why we have credit cards, is so we can rack up some debt and deal with it later. And honestly, I'm pretty decent with my credit card debt. I don't normally let it get out of control. It's a little out of control because of this trip, but like, fuck it. I went all that way, and I was more than happy to hand over my money to everybody there. Like, I don't feel a single ounce, a single nuance of regret for any of the purchases I've made while on this trip. Even though I am a little bit financially fucked, I'll still be able to keep the lights on. I'll still be able to pay my rent, and I'll just end up owing Visa for a little while. It's not a big deal. But let's not talk too heavily about my financial situation. Gaitsu is amazing. I do have a second Gaitsu, and he will look beautiful next to this Gaitsu. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm down, Sponge. I'll chat for sure. Yeah, he's great. The Denki glove is an excellent design, reminiscent of the power glove. In fact, Denki, I believe, translates roughly to power or electricity. Instead of the regular controller for the Denki, or for the power glove, we have like a Game Boy with too many buttons and a skull on the screen. And then, keeping in line with his demonic imagery, his like weird devil scratchings on the back of his skull, he also has a third eye on the palm of the Denki glove, as well as a lightning bolt in his forehead. Yeah, he's great. He's Aitsu, but he's not. He's demonic, but he's not. He is gold and smoke, and he is beautiful. Fucking super jazzed. Super jazzed that this is a thing that is in my collection. I don't know why I'm doing weird. I've been watching too many TikTok meme compilations, and now I'm just behaving as if I'm trying to synchronize my movements to music. All right, so that is Gaitsu. Not being in a lot of debt is fine. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not bad. It's just a little bit of debt. Yeah, he's beautiful. He's great. He'll look awesome next to my other Gaitsu. You know what is actually really nice about this stream is now that I've shown these all off and I've unpacked them and I've taken off their shipping skirts so they don't get damaged, I can finally start putting everything on the shelf together. Like, that's gonna feel so good. Yeah, hit or miss. Insert random hand gesture. Hit or miss. I bet they never miss. Huh? I got a Gaitsu. No, I don't. I had to cut that joke off. It was too real. It was too real. Also, the algorithm's like, yeah, TikTok. This is how my channel blows up, is like me making a shit joke about TikTok. All right, so Gaitsu, that is the one that is my pickup from Skull Toys while I was at DesignerCon. And now it is time for the final piece, the most exciting piece for me from DesignerCon. This is a piece from Reelhead. This is a piece from Mori. Someone please cut that clip. Hit or miss. Clip it. Okay. Hit or miss. I bet they never miss, huh? You got a Aitsu. I bet he doesn't kiss ya. He gonna find another Reelhead and he won't miss ya. He gonna swerve and hit the dab like Cord Viper. Okay. All right. That better not have awoken anything in me. Add the music. Clip it. Okay, so the final piece. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you so much for hanging out on stream. Thank you so much for putting up with your old peppercine for as long as you have been. I appreciate it. I do want you to subscribe. I do want you to hit the like button. And we will get to the final piece. But yeah, just thank you. That's where we're at right now. Thank you. So this piece from Reelhead is cast in a red, and it is given a black rub and wash and airbrush, I would assume, in some parts. And this is a piece that I never expected to own. This is a piece that I saw on Instagram months and months ago, and I was like, that is so fucking cool. I will never get to own you. Because that's what I think whenever I see any Reelhead piece show up on Reelhead's page, on Maury's page. But the fun fact is that I am already Tracer. So whenever I see a beautiful piece on Maury's page, I admire it, and then I come to terms with the fact that I don't get to own that unless it goes on lottery and I get lucky. So thank you for putting up with all my shit posting. No problem, dude. My pleasure. So I saw this piece show up on his page, and I was like, that is amazing. That is an homage that I appreciate and I love. I will never get to own that. And I sort of wiped the palette clean and forgot about it. And then, lo and behold, at DesignerCon, the Deadpool homage, I believe this head sculpt is just Bug Boy. I can't remember his actual name. I apologize. If you know it, please do tell me in the chat. But this is the Reelhead Deadpool homage. So there's a lot going on here, and it is very subtle. So we've got the cracks are filled in black. We have a sort of sunbursting sort of chest where there's some highlights, black on the shoulders that sort of lighten as we go to the hands, black rub, and then the back is got a really nice sort of fade to it on the edges, and the black rub, and then a black scarf as we are used to seeing on most adult pieces from Reelhead, and then the head sculpt. So the thing that I really like about this design is if it didn't have that white eye, okay, if that white eye, that little mark wasn't there, if this piece was entirely red, it would not be Deadpool. It just simply wouldn't. It would just be a really cool red Reelhead. But the fact that that eye wink, that sort of highlight that is very iconic in a way. It's so subtle, but without it, it wouldn't be Deadpool. And I think that's what I find so like compelling and powerful about this piece is like, if you look at it just as is, red with black, beautiful, beautiful piece. But that little garnish, that little highlight, really does make this piece cease to be a red real head piece with black paint applications into being a Deadpool homage. And it's super fucking cool. It's so fucking cool. And it's a good blend of you must build him a chimichanga to hold. I should. Yeah, it really is a perfect blend because like if you're familiar with the channel and familiar with me, you know that I don't read a ton of comics, that I do have respect for Brian Posehn's run of Deadpool when they rebooted everything years back. But I did enjoy the movies. I do enjoy the character, and I'm a very loose comics guy, but I love my Marvel Legends Deadpool. Like, Deadpool is a character that I really enjoy, and maybe I'm just a little bit like bandwagon-y because he's just a character that's likable and people do like him, even if they've never picked up a comic. But I think it's a good sort of lightning rod for my interests, and it is a good blend of comics that I do appreciate, and an artist that I do appreciate, and an aesthetic that I appreciate, and it's just a great toy. It's just an awesome toy. And like, part of what makes Reelhead as impactful and powerful as it is the fact that these paint apps do have a voice in a way. So like, we have our Deadpool. If I tilt slightly, we've got a Deadpool. We also, if we go to the shelf, we can see Maury's influences in other ways, and we can see the fact that like no paint application is just isolated. There is other context at play, and there is other references and homages, and that's part of what makes it so cool. It's like when you see an homage done well. Thank you, Quick. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you, dude. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll see you later, my friend. Like, part of what makes Reelhead so fascinating to me is like this right here is Aliman. This is a homage to the xenomorph from Aliens. There's no denying that. Silver paint apps for the teeth, and the carapace sort of look to the head and the design. But it isn't a bootleg. It isn't a copy. It isn't a cheap imitation. It's an homage. And to do that correctly truly is an art form, because without the context of Alien, this is just a very cool design. This is just a very cool character. And on the back here, we have a mechanical look to it. So it isn't an alien. It is a helmet of some kind, or a cyborg, or a something. But the fact that like it can stand entirely on its own as its own individual character, but yet also ties in and references and pays homage to the xenomorph is fucking incredible. This one's more blunt and obvious. So we've got Chaos Man with his yellow scarf split red and blue, and he's Kikaider. Like, it's just Kikaider. But also the fact that without that paint, this character is wholly unique. That's really cool too. And the fact that a red and black Reelhead piece stands alone as a beautiful toy, and the only thing that turns it into Deadpool is the fact that he has a little fleck of white on his eye. That's why I do this. That's why I collect these things, because they're deeply fascinating. They aren't like how do I want to word this? They they transcend so many different things. Like the sculpt on this toy isn't a cheap imitation. It is not a bootleg. It is an homage. And somehow that translates. And somehow that doesn't feel cheap. It feels powerful, impactful, special, interesting, exciting. It is all of those things. And I guess that's the horrible contrast between this and, I apologize for evoking the words, but a Funko Pop. Like, yeah, they make you feel feelings. Absolutely, they do make me feel feelings. Like, when I see... You must love Funko Pops then. I got ahead of that one. Yeah, like, seeing this piece evokes emotion and interest and intrigue. And, yeah, it isn't just a carbon copy. It isn't just a cheap imitation. It is wholly unique and special. The Kikaider is overt in the fact that it is Kikaider, but you strip away the paint and it is Chaos Man. Like, it is a perfect clash of the two. And then again, our red and black rub Deadpool wouldn't be Deadpool without the subtlety of that eye. It's all very, very fascinating. Thanks for listening to me fucking rant, guys. Thank you. I'll put these guys back on the shelf over here. And we'll sit down and wrap the stream up. So, I hope you guys enjoyed getting a chance to sit down with your old Peppercine and see his toys. Thank you so much for letting me talk about these toys as much as I have. Hope you're not sick of hearing my voice the way I'm sick of hearing my voice. Yeah, do you guys have any questions for me? Anything you'd like me to address before we wrap things up? I'm happy sitting for another minute longer here if you guys want to ask anything. If there's anything you want to know, anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to just wind it down a little bit with you guys. If there's any other questions you have, always happy to answer those. Always happy to share the knowledge that I have. What little knowledge there is, I'm comfortable sharing. What little thoughts are running around in my brain, I'm happy to share. How much do you think you'll make from flipping all of these? God damn. Are there any toys you missed? Yeah, in a perfect world, I would have loved to grab more stuff from Maury, more adult pieces. I would have loved to get my hands on the... so this is the machine cider, the blue and the blue and pink version that he did. I would have loved to grab that from Cord Viper. I kind of wish I grabbed a Nagora while I was there. They didn't sell out, which I found very surprising. But I would have loved to grab a Nagora. I would have loved to get a Gordon, the Garbage Goblin from Nate. I kind of regret that as well. And yeah. So there are things that on a whim I shoulda, coulda, woulda bought, but I'm happy with my entire haul. There's not a single piece here that I grabbed that I was regretting. And when I was at 5 Points, I did regret buying Hansuke. When I got him, I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. But also, that was just me sort of, maybe that was the opening of Pandora's box where I feel like maybe it was like, oh, I opened the Skull Toys door and now I'll never be able to close it. But I bought him on a whim because he came up on the table and I didn't want a scalper to get him. So, yeah. See you, Sponge. Yeah, if you hang out for a minute, I'll pop on the Discord and we can chat. Yeah, Sam, thanks for tuning in. Do you even need a medical fund in Canada? What the hell is a medical fund? No. Maybe. I don't know. Your feels on Mutant Vinyl Hardcore. I don't dwell too much in the realm of grotesque sofubi. I think they're cool, though. But it's not something I particularly collect. So, happy that it exists. Don't need it in my collection. Is there a specific figure line you're into right now? Yes. This is Punk Drunker's 1,000 Toys. I think the 1,000 Toys synth stuff is really cool. I think it's an excellent line, the new synth initiative. I hope only the best toys come from that. I hope they get every license they want and they collab with really cool people. So yeah, I think that's the specific figure line that most interests me. I was doing and dabbling in Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series. I do love SH Figuarts. Figma's cool. Nendoroid has piqued my interest. I really like Goblin Slayer, so I'm probably going to get the Nendoroid as well as the Figma. I would love to have both. I would love to have multiples, actually, of the Figma, or sorry, of the Nendoroid. I think I'd like to get two, one to make a custom with. That would be cool. But yeah, I think 1,000 Toys new synth initiative is the most exciting for me. Which Glyosynth were at the con? They did not have Ninja. I think that's right. They did not have the Ninja, the Gly Ninja. They did have Buildman and they did have Faden. So they had the red one and the blue one, but not the white, orange, red one. Is there no crossover to designer toys for you? I remember hearing that you barely glanced at other collectibles around the con. You remember hearing that I barely glanced around? That sounds like rumors. Yeah, I don't really mess with other designer toys. Part of me was interested in the Gary Baseman Shanghai Toby, which was just like a vinyl Toby figure. But I think it was like $400, and fuck that forever. And if I got the price wrong, then maybe do better advertising the prices of your toys. Yeah, no, I don't really mess with other designer toys. Like, I'm not really interested in Kid Robot or Super Plastic or Bear Brick or any of that stuff. Like, it doesn't really have much appeal for me because it just seems so mass produced. It just seems like I don't want to diminish it because like vinyl is cool. It is very cool, but because I've found the niche of Sofubi, anything that isn't Sofubi when it comes to vinyl stuff, I'm kind of just like, do I really need it in my collection? Probably not. I have a couple little kitty cats that NAFTA gave me. Those are cool. They're on a shelf somewhere. Like, there are little bits and bobs, but I would never go out of my way to get like a Dunny or a Blind Box or a It Has No Soul. Yeah, maybe that's a good way to describe it. Or a Bear Brick. Like, it's just you're a hater. I guess so. I guess I am a hater. It's just like it doesn't particularly interest me, and I don't put it in the same category as like Funko Pop. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's valueless. I do think there is a value in it, and there is certain pieces that I see and I'm like, wow. But because I have become part of the niche, because Real Head is my focus, because I respect the fact that that these guys are out there like sculpting, designing, and making their toys. Like, that is more powerful to me than a vinyl figure with a paint job that's specific to an artist, you know? Excuse me. I went down that designer toy rabbit hole a few years back, didn't even end up taking them home or unboxing them. Shit. So a little indifference to it. Yeah, I guess so. Like, yeah, I'm not avidly against it. And I would never say that, like, there's no way I'd ever pick up a vinyl piece. But yeah, it's failed to grip me the way Sofubi has gripped me. They're cool, but like, at the end of the day, they're not going to grab me as much as something else. Yeah, totally. That being said, I think Funko Pops are garbage. and I don't think those are in the same category as a Bear Brick or as a Kid Robot or a Super Plastic. Like I don't equate those the same. Like Funko Pop is actually just a consumer product that has no redeeming quality to me. But Legends are also cheap. Yeah, Legends are inexpensive. Are we talking about Marvel Legends? Yeah, those are affordable. Their quality is that of a consumer grade product. But at least that harkens back to at least Marvel Legends harken back to action figures of old, like Kenner figures and shit like that. I know it's not the same, but like it does feel like it has a history, even if Marvel Legends are relatively new. I guess Toy Biz Legends have been around for a while, and then Hasbro took it over. But like the superhero action figure is classic and iconic. The Funko Pop is sort of just a vinyl Beanie Baby, and it's just like this weird object that very loosely depicts whatever license it's paying for, and it's just kind of meh. And yeah, I don't know where this nebulous conversation is going. Do you guys have any more questions before we pull the plug on the stream and I delete my YouTube channel? That's what I'm gonna do after this. Happy to answer any further questions you guys have, or I can just wrap it up and tell you a little bit. Yeah, Legends has a lineage. Totally, absolutely. Yeah. Well, if that's all we've got for questions, if that's all y'all want to say, how can we wrap this up? I do want to say that DesignerCon, despite some of my fears going in, what video should we do next week? Yeah, Tony's going to be in town. What video should we make? I do want to say that like I did have a little bit of apprehension going into. Thanks for that insight, Pep. Still enjoy collecting both. Yeah, totally. Don't let my hangups about vinyl ever influence what you like to collect. Like as much as I shit on Funko, ultimately at the end of the day, my opinion doesn't fucking matter. If it resonates with you, it resonates with you, and that isn't insignificant. That is powerful. So like, if it makes you feel something, if it evokes emotion, if it excites you, like, fucking chase it, follow that feeling, man. Like that's the best feeling you can have while collecting, is like that sort of that just bond with what you're interested in with. So like, yeah, as much as I'm like about vinyl, like, no, if you love it, fucking go for it, my guy. Where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. I started answering questions. What was that your first con? No, I had done previously. I had done an anime convention in Vancouver, which was a weird experience. I had done smaller toy fairs that are more like garage sale, flea market type things, and I had done 5 Points. So I did 5 Points in New York, which was my first real like designer toy thing, which I loved. Good night, Lucas. Thank you for hanging out. That was my first, 5 Points was my first like designer toy conference. DesignerCon was my second. So, I was talking about my apprehension. So, as much as I had a bit of apprehension and a little bit of fear with DesignerCon, because this year it was bigger than it had ever been, it had changed. I talked about that in my No Sleep Till DesignerCon video, my vlog. Even though I had never been, the change was undeniable, I think was the phrasing I used. So it did change. That's okay. It got much bigger. The floor space was bigger. The amount of people there was bigger. The whole con grew exponentially, and it was larger than it had ever been. And because of that, I was a little bit worried. And my worries were a little bit misplaced, a little bit misguided, because I was worried that a flood of Funko cereal fans were going to make it harder for me to get the toys that I wanted, which was definitely not the case. It was very much a split crowd. The Cereal Boys and the Funko crowd did their thing. The Metacom Bear Brick guys did their thing. The Sofubi guys and the Flippers did their thing. And it was fine. It all gelled quite well. It wasn't too crowded. There wasn't people everywhere. There wasn't like, not to be elitist, but like there wasn't like new people gumming up the works. That does sound super elitist the way I said that. There wasn't like randoms just sort of like, oh, there's a big line, I might as well stand in it. Like everybody who was in that line knew what they were going to get, which that was good. I didn't want the K-Bug crew to be watered down by filthy casuals. Again, that sounds horribly elitist, but like that was a concern of mine. It was like, well, if the con is as big as it is it going to make it harder for me to try and buy the toys that I want to buy? And I don't think that was the case. There was definitely a lot of flippers. There was a guy in a blue toque who was talking about how his purchase was purely transactional, and so fuck that guy. But like, that's inevitable, and I don't think it was any worse than it's ever been for other events and for flipping. So honestly, DesignerCon was amazing, and any fears or apprehensions I had like were a little misplaced, a little misguided, but at the time I think in a way like reasonable. I think it was fair to be skeptical, and then to see it firsthand, to learn how it had progressed. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, you know? Death to the filthy casuals. Yeah, fuck them. If they're not hard, if they don't have a spinning turntable with 3 real heads on it, fuck them. No, it's bittersweet though. So at the end of the con, that is the final time Mori-san will be attending DesignerCon, and that's whimsical. That is sad. That is a bit of a shame. So it's bittersweet. I loved every second of it, but to know that like next year, if I do go, it will be different. Mori won't be there. That's a little sad, because he's my guy. He's what I like to collect. He's a friend, I would call him, despite the language barrier making it very difficult for us to actually converse. I love Maury's work. I love Maury's paint. I love the crew of awesome people that have assembled around him. Yeah, it's bittersweet. So maybe I'll do DesignerCon in the future. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do 5 points in the future. Maybe I won't. But what I will say for DesignerCon is any friction I had, any issues I had, all of that shit pales in comparison to the fact that like I got to stand in a giant hall and exchange words with so many people that I respect. I got to shake the hands of Brian Flynn and Dowdy and have these moments where people shouted my internet name at me, and like it was really just a beautiful experience. Like, I couldn't be happier with the outcome. Like, it was amazing. It was summer camp. It was fun. It was exciting. It was impactful. It was meaningful. It was amazing. Like, I signed somebody's notebook because they recognized me off the internet and wanted my name in their notebook. And Matt Dowdy recognized me from my videos. The fucking godfather of Glyos, the man who created the universal peg system that have launched so many toy lines, and now it's in Target, which is crazy with the Mega Merge line. Like, the man, he recognized me, and he was like, "No, you've been to DCON before," and I'm like, "No, I haven't." And he's like, "No, I recognize you," and I'm like, "I don't know how," and he's like, the shit on the internet, you did the shit and you made those videos," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I did." Like, those moments made any sort of weird awkward feelings about Funko being there, all of that shit, none of it mattered, because I got to exchange words with so many amazing people. I got to meet so many amazing people. I got to see so many awesome friends that I had made in the past again, like at 5 points, like Nate the milkman and I, we hit it off, and like to do the podcast with him earlier, and then to see him again and walk around the con and just sort of hang out, like, yeah, it was beautiful. It was amazing. I was in my element. I was living, I was loving, I was hanging out with my toy people, and toy people are good people, is what I've learned. Like, everybody is just genuinely sweet and kind and awesome. And somebody's asked some questions or typed some things. Is Reelhead done with the US in general? No, he is not. So he's done with DesignerCon, but that does not mean he's done with the United States. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago he did a show in Santa Cruz, and it was super chill, and everybody got to leave with cool toys, and there was less scalping than usual. I think it's just DesignerCon has reached this sort of tipping point for him, where it's big to a fact where it's big to a point rather where it's like it's big to a point where it's crowded and the flippers are running wild, and I think he just wants something a little more low key. And I'm not venturing a guess. That is from the man himself, essentially, from what I've spoken to him about. He is not done with the United States. He is just done with DesignerCon. So does that mean he'll be there next year at some point? Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a question of no more America. It's just a question of where in America and when. But let's keep that as a if I venture a guess. But I'm pretty fucking sure that's the case. Physically and mentally draining. Yeah, I imagine. Well, this is dragged on. Yeah, this has dragged on a little bit longer than expected. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being a part of this stream. Thank you so much for keeping me company and talking about toys. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad I got to share this all with you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed watching it. I apologize for my rant in the middle about not needing to drink on stream anymore as I'm having a drink. Should we learn how to ride motorcycles so we can join their gang? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I want to be in his gang so hard. I will close this out with a story that Matt Dowdy told me about Cord Viper. Just so you guys can... so we can close the night the way we started the night, talking about Cord Viper and being excited about Cord Viper. So Matt Dowdy pulled me aside and told me a story. And this story was, they were at some convention, some event, and there was a nail hanging out. And they needed to hammer this nail in to the board. They needed to hammer it in. So they didn't have a hammer. They were stuck. They didn't know what to do. And Cord Viper walks up and he picks up a 2x4, a piece of wood, and he puts it against the nail, and he just fucking punches it into the fucking wall. And then he drops the board, and he says, "We do it my way." And then he walked away like a fucking legend, like the legend that he is. So I hope you guys had a nice stream. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with your old peppercine. I hope you guys hit the like button. I hope you guys subscribed. And just remember, if you're ever having a moment of doubt where you're not certain of yourself, just think about a moment where a 40-something-year-old motorcycle gang turned sofubi maker literally punched a fucking nail into a board, into a wall, because they couldn't find a hammer. So if you're ever feeling a moment of weakness, summon that energy. And thank you so much for tuning in. Add that to the edit for the TikTok joke. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to join the Discord. If you like talking about toys, we have a space where you can do that all day, every day. We are very active. We only have a handful of rules. Come hang out on the Discord. That would be super cool. Really do appreciate it. Really do enjoy spending time with you guys. What are we going to stream next week? I don't fucking know. We've done video games in the past. We might do video games again. We've done Lego in the past. We might do Lego again. But yeah, I really, really had a great time. Thank you for letting me show you my haul. Now, if you've done some rough math, you know about how much money I owe Visa. So thanks again. Appreciate you guys so much. I will see you guys soon. I'll see you Monday for Pepper Worldwide. I will see you Tuesday for a video with Draculaser called American Cigarettes. Hell yeah, guys. This has been amazing. The trip was amazing. You guys are amazing. I'm going to hit the stop streaming button relatively soon here. So I guess I'll close it out with a classic bye-bye.